Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome back for more of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic as we continue our story in progress as your former Sith Lord that the Emperor tries so hard to bring me back to the dark side, or bring me back as a Sith Lord, as Darth Joker, and or the then trying to bring me back as the superior Spider-Man, as the CEO. And so why I decided to come back? Simple. I just want to come back here so bad, it hurts.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers.
I am aware of the Republic's indignation. However, witness reports clearly state your Republic soldiers were as willing to engage in violence as the Sith in this case.
They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
Taunts and threats are not sufficient provocation in these eyes of this court. Words can be ignored, which is what your men should have done. I find both the Republic and the Sith to be equally at fault for this breach of the peace. I should throw all parties involved into the Otto City jail. But since no Selkath were harmed in this conflict, I will show mercy and levy a fine of 10,000 credits to both sides. The court is dismissed, though I warn you that further disturbances will not be viewed with such leniency. Wow. A Republic diplomat?
I'm sick of hearing about Manon's neutrality. It sounds like a coward's excuse not to fight, if you ask me.
And the Sith diplomat?
They say everyone on Manon is equal, but it seems the Republic is a little more equal than the Sith. Neutrality? Ha! That's a laugh!
Get used to it. That's why they call it neutrality for a reason. So, Judge Shelkar. Let's see. I know I'm gonna have to get involved with Sunry's trial, so here we go. I am Judge Shelkar, acting on behalf of the Selkath government of Manon. It is my task today to answer the needs of off-world citizens of both the Republic and the Sith Empire. If you have legitimate grievances with another party, then you should speak to me. You should first, however, consult with the Republic Embassy before pressing formal charges. Is there something you wish to bring to my attention? How did you know I was from the Republic? Your ship registry is originally from the Republic world of Transol. Therefore, you are a Republic citizen. Or are you saying you stole your ship? What? No! Perfectly legitimate. Okay, it's legitimate. I didn't steal the ship. I just borrowed the ship. Okay, and I paid it in full price. So yeah, it's fine. I see. Is there more you need? Is there a star map on this world? Star map? Not precisely, but Manon holds many wondrous and exciting locales and treasures, Kolto not the least of them. How many shops and boulevards cater to the whim of any species and provide a vibrant nightlife that has been seen to be believed? This and other tourist paraphernalia can be had from your local embassy, so do not waste my time with it. What? What do you know about the young Selkath who have gone missing? The court is unaware of any missing beings reports. Should any substantial evidence come up in regards to such a disappearance, you should file it with us and investigation will be launched. Is there anything else you require? I would like to investigate the murder case involving Sunry. This is acceptable, I believe. In the non-legal tradition, the defendant can have an arbiter who tries to prove his innocence in court. This arbiter is a neutral party that can investigate and present evidence in the trial and argue on the defendant's behalf. As you are a Jedi, I believe you could fulfill this role adequately.
I suppose your Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
That's right. So be it. You are now appointed arbiter in the case of Sunry versus the Sith Empire. Your name and position have been recorded in our files. I will now inform you on the pertinent facts in this case. You have a limited amount of time in which to investigate and organize a defense of your client, and I advise you to use it wisely. Sunry was seen leaving a hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman, Elisa Horos. He has been charged with murder and is being held in the Otto City prison facilities. Due to his crippled status, he is being kept in a solitary holding cell. Witnesses claim to have seen the killing and are being detained at the hotel in question pending the trial. The manager of the hotel has now been informed of your appointment. Elisa was found dead of a blaster wound with an incriminating Republic medal clutched in her hand. This information has been uploaded to your datapad. It would be wise to review all information before the trial starts. You may question Sunry or the witnesses. The evidence in this case is heavily stacked against Mr. Sunry. I believe it will take some doing to absolve him of guilt.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
You may also interview the judges here, including myself, to get an idea of the pertinent factors in this case. Since this is also your first case and you're an off-worlder, I feel compelled to add good luck as my final missive. Okay, I see your point. Let's see. What do you think of Sunry? I find the idea of some half-human cripple could murder someone as obviously competent as the Sith Elisa questionable at best. A man who can barely walk killed a Sith warrior in her prime? Preposterous! But I wouldn't put it past the Republic to try and arrange such circumstances to see her dead. The Sith are much more straightforward about their intentions. Is that all? Is there anything suspicious about this case? I find it presumptuous to assume that the crippled Sunry could kill Elisa. I think there must have been another there who killed her, perhaps one of the witnesses. I do not know the reason for the medal clutched in Elisa's hand either, but it may have been that she fought them off even as she died. I think this may be the work of some Republic conspiracy, and I am not afraid to say so. If only means I have of hurting the Republic is through Sunry, then so be it. Is that all? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? I think the Republic is an institution in sore need of change. It has gone on too long, and the Sith are the fresh wind of the change blowing across the galaxy. I do not believe in the false stories of the evils of the Sith Empire. There are nothing compared to the oppression and stagnation of the Republic represents at its core. If I was given the power to decide, Manon would join with the Sith, forcing the Republic to accept the new face of the new future. But sadly, it would appear that I am wiser and more far-sighted than any immediate superiors. I am regulated to civil judicial matters. I will judge this case, and I will find Sunry as guilty as he is charged to be.
So nice to meet an impartial judge for a change.
Partially is one thing. Blindness is another entirely.
You said it, not I.
Wow! That's the way to talk back to a judge, I suppose. Oh my gosh. Oh, the Arbiter, since you have been permitted to defend Sunry against these accusations, I shall assist how I can. What do you think of Sunry? Sunry was a great warrior in his time. He fought for the Republic against the Sith aggression and proved valorous. I have great respect for his accomplishments and find it tragic that he finds himself in his current condition. If the Republic had more individuals like him right now, I do not believe the Sith would be so great a problem for your people. Is there any other way I can assist you? Is there anything suspicious about this case? I find it questionable that a man with such a reputable past as Sunry would rather murder a Sith woman, especially not from behind. But knowing the Sith, there was probably some deception involved. They seek to do the same thing to us here. There had been much pressure by the Sith on our government, and even on the judges themselves, to deliver a guilty verdict in this case. But the letter of the law is absolute, and we will not be compromised for Sith power games. Is there anything else you need? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? I find this great battle being waged across the galaxy both disturbing and ultimately tragic. For all its faults, your tottering Republic has benefited the vast majority of the galaxy for many millennia. To see it fall into ruin in such a short time. I do not like the Sith, that I make no effort to hide. I will even admit that if given the option, I would rule that we should join the Republic. But I must remain impartial and rule on this case as the law requires. No more. Oh, come on, I can't even move. I suppose I must spend some time with talking to you since you are here in the official capacity. What do you need? What do you think of Sunry? Sunry was a Republic soldier, a hero even. Do you think his Republic masters would let someone so valuable go so easily? I think not. I think Sunry maintains his contacts with the Republic and seeks to escalate the situation here. Is there anything suspicious about this case? I find this case to be fairly straightforward. Sunry is from the Republic, Ilasa from the Sith. The great empires battling now live out their conflict through their minions too. Is that all? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? I do not buy into the Republic line that this is some epic battle of the good Republic against the evil Sith Empire. The Sith Empire is merely an expansionistic power, much like the Republic was early in its history. It is simply the turning of history, where the old is swept away by the better new. No. Oh, come on! What do you think of Sunry? Sunry is a former Republic officer who is highly regarded by your people. He is admired by your people here on Manaan, and he even seems to maintain some sort of relations with them still. If he is as capable as some of the Republic citizens still believe him to be, he is certainly capable of actions that would result in this murder. Is there anything else you wish to ask? Is there anything suspicious about this case? Well, I have often wondered if Sunry were so innocent. Why was he seen fleeing the scene of the crime? Why would he have been running if he had not committed the crime himself, or was at least aware of what had occurred? This case seemed fairly simple and obvious to me. You Republic types stick together, however, and I assume you will go to lengths to defend it. What else do you need to ask? What do you think about the Republic and the Sith Empire? Both empires are at fault for this current conflict. The Republic in the past for laying the foundations upon which the Sith Empire grew, and the Sith now, obviously, for starting the war. But no matter the wrongs that have been done in the past, the Sith now have no cause of renewing hostilities. It's almost as if they just want to conquer everything. I believe the Republic has every right to defend itself and drive the Sith back where they came from. Unfortunately for them, and perhaps for us, they do not seem to be doing too good a job of it. No, nothing else, Your Honor. I have questions about the trial. What do you think of Sunry? Sunry is known to us as a hero of the Republic in your perpetual conflicts with the Sith Empire. While he may have been severely injured in the line of duty, I personally hold him in quite high regard.
Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor?
In no way does his disability hamper him, though. Rest assured that my personal regard for Sunry will not affect my judgment. While emotion may rule your Senate, the cold hard hand of the law rules here on Manon. Is there anything you wish to ask me? Is there anything suspicious about this case? Yes, there is something that has been bothering me. The medal that was found clutched in the Sith's hand. I find it most odd that such a blatantly incriminating piece of evidence would be left at the scene of the crime. We have analyzed the evidence and it does not appear to be a replica, but I still have my doubts. In the midst of the crime, though, Sunry could well have lost it. I have seen much more improbable things happen in my tenure to the courts.
Simply because it was real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it being in Elasa's hand.
What do you think about the Republic and the Sith Empire? The governing bodies of both states seek to keep an amicable relationship with our world in order to facilitate the exporting of Kolto. I do not delude myself into thinking that either of your states holds any great love for us, but we are necessary, so you will let us hold our autonomy. I try not to concern myself with intergalactic policy. I find it stretches the letter of the law too much for my tastes. Well, nothing more. Okay, so if you want to know about this episode since I'm now the Arbiter, this is going to be called the murder investigation. So let's begin investigating, shall we? Can they come in? Okay. Sunry, here he is.
Jolee, what are you doing here? Alora sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolee? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Cellcast seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
I need to... Let's go over the evidence.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Elasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alessa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alessa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you! Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name.
I'll try my
Anything else
best.
I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
I need to investigate the case some more. Any ideas where I should look?
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with off-worlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Well, there's a few things we'll have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Well, the judges said that you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
Okay, I'll be going now.
Very well. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
All right. So, Sunry's story. So Sunry claims that he's been set up by someone to take the fall for Ilas's murder. He claims that he was secretly trying to turn her into a double agent for the Republic and that the Sith most likely killed her as a result of that. Yeah, that's how it happened. So let's go talk to his wife, Elora.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Can you tell me anything about Sunry?
Sunry is... he's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered the Sith woman like they claim.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than the Sith woman.
Are you saying someone your age couldn't overpower a woman?
I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunry here.
All right, I'm
And
just...
there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic.
Don't worry, Elora. I'll save him.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask.
So, Elora professes Sunry's innocence. She claims that this was some sort of frame-up by someone who wants to get revenge on him. Sunry was an old war hero against the Sith, so they might harbor him ill.
I hear you've been appointed.
I know.
Find the real evidence.
I will find him. Okay, so we're gonna have to head to the east Eastern Courtyard, Eastern Central Courtyard, so I'm guessing that's where the hotel is at, perhaps, but who knows? So I do know that Malak attacked me with his ship and destroyed my memories, and this is why I could remember when did I became a Sith Lord in the first place. Just when was that? I do not remember. That's a Sith soldier. Funny how the Sith works in both ways. Oh, come on, really? Ugh. These AI characters are always simply behind.
Yes?
Sure.
Come on. Wow. Slow processing. Some force powers only target organic beings. E.g., droids are immune to mind-affecting powers, but they will be effective as in destroy droid. Uh-oh, this is a fight not gonna go well.
Your precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core world. Now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Unbelievable. He's got... Yeah, this is going to be so endless. They just...
How much for all this stuff, Tybark?
For the Sith, a month's pay, but since you're a member of the Republic, I will charge you a week's salary.
Thanks, Tybark. Catch you next week.
So, if you heard the news, they say the Sith slaughtered a secret Jedi outpost on Dantooine in a violent, cowardly sneak attack. Yet despite this monstrous act, the Selkath authorities insist on maintaining their neutrality, and the Sith walk among us like vermin in the streets of Otto City. But my feelings about the Sith are well known around Otto City. I shall spare you further outbursts. Let me see what you have in stock. Alright. 5 minutes. Ooh, that's a bunch of credits I got. Yes! Advanced Med Pack. Ha 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 ha. Awesome sauce.
Now I gotta get back to my post at the Republic Embassy. My break is almost over.
Alright, take your time. Just need to find the...
You Republic sickly. What's this? Another Republic lackey wandering the streets? Don't.
I have no wish to trade childish taunts and empty words with you.
I have nothing more to say to you.
Jeez. You guys make me look completely ridiculous. Public soldier.
Those Sith are always trying to goad us.
If it wasn't for those damn Selkath neutrality laws, I'd teach that Sith a thing or two.
Well, You have to learn to control your anger. Anger leads to the dark side.
I suppose you're right. You probably know best. You are a Jedi, after all. I guess getting mad doesn't help any. Well, as long as the Sith stay out of my way, I'll stay out of theirs.
True. Yeah, that's Hulas. I don't like him, I'll give you that. Thinks he knows everything. By the way, we're here for the Trial Hotel. So, it's the East Courtyard. That's where mostly the Sith... Really?
Yes?
Unbelievable, these folks of the AI characters just don't know how to keep up. Some weapons and armor can be modified with special upgrades. This requires a workbench. That's right, a workbench. It's that simple. Stop moving so much. I know I'm not gonna like what's on the other side of this door, but here we go.
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street.
But this is a public street.
Hiding behind the Selkat laws. Typical Republic cowardice.
Ooh, big talk.
Out of my way.
I've seen the Wrath of the Sith. I wasn't impressed.
The Wrath of the Sith is a terrible thing. Remember, Taris? You'll see. You'll all see.
Oh, really? I'm not impressed. I'm so scared. Not! Ugh. These guys think they know everything they can to do whatever it takes. Yordle's Emporium, huh?
You got any armor plating for my spook bike?
Yes, I have a fine piece right here, a little dented but still serviceable, and a real bargain at that price.
I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strange breed.
Get out of my store! I'm sick of your Sith and your stupid jokes! I got real customers to worry about. I don't need you coming in here making fun of my inventory every day.
Don't worry, junk man. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
Are you here to mock me as the Sith, or do you actually want to buy something? I'm not here to make fun of you! Please forgive me, I have no cause to be so rude to you. The Sith make such trouble for me, and business has been slow. But that's no excuse for my tone, I apologize. Please let me start off at the right foot. Welcome to the used goods store of Yordle Lixus. If there is anything I can help you with, all you need is to do is ask. I'll look at your inventory. Alright. Ooh, nice. But I need to find the hotel, is what I'm after. This is all I want. The hotel, okay? The hotel. I'm almost there. Oh, that's the swoop registration. I want the hotel, not the swoop registration.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Funny how I walked that way. Maybe I have missed the hotel. Oh my gosh. Where is the blasted hotel? I know I thought I seen it, but I think I might have passed the hotel back on one way. Ugh. This means I have to double back.
I know you. You're the arbiter in the murder trial. Ilasa was a friend of mine. If there's any justice in the galaxy, they'll feed Sunray to the Phyrexians. Shouldn't you be preparing for the trial? What are you doing here?
I want to ask you some questions.
You can ask, but I doubt you'll get many answers you'll like.
Do you know about the Sunry case?
I know he'd already be tried, convicted, and executed if the Selkath knew anything about justice. But the fish people are as weak as the Republic when it comes to such matters. Is there anything else?
Why is the Republic hiring so many mercenaries?
Who knows? Some scheming plot, no doubt. Hopefully the Selkath uncover it and ban the Republic from the planet. Is there anything else?
Alright. Why have you taken such interest in the Selkath youth?
I haven't the faintest clue as to what you're talking about. Is there anything else?
Funny, I'll be going.
Go. Stay. Doesn't matter to me.
Jeez. For a guy who doesn't understand, my goodness. What's the matter with you? Unbelievable. All I'm asking is one little simple clue, and then you just yap. Now really, come on. I just want something new out of you. Throw me a doggy treat. Swoop Racing registration. Jeez. Swoop races only. So yeah, the hotel I passed is the one I passed. What do you know? I can't believe I have missed that hotel. It was right in front of me. Come on, fellas. I need to find it. It's back in the East Central Courtyard. I just can't remember where it was. Then it just... things get a little not interesting. I just want to find the hotel. Is that too much to ask? There it is. The Visitors Hotel. Yes. Ignis.
You are the one defending Sunry now, huh?
Yep.
Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murderer.
The Sith woman, Ilasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Could it have gone off after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
You could testify it after he... even if I try to persuade it, he won't do it.
What do you want to know?
What do you know about Sunry and Ilasa?
Ilasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Who are the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type.
Really?
Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
No, I have no more questions for now.
Well, okay.
Okay, so what do you know? Ignis, the proprietor of this hotel that the murder of Ilasa occurred at. He is the proprietor. Okay. He told me that he heard the blaster shot go off, then saw Sunry hobbling from the scene of the crime. Of course, hobbling doesn't have anything to do with it. It's about it's the fact of what happened or what he did or some sort of, you know. You here with Selcap? You have questions for Glupor? Glupor already say everything he knows. I have questions about the murder of Ilasa. Glupor tell everything to Selcap. You not know? Glupor have no reason not to say. Glupor tell everything. Everything about murder. Everything about Sith Lady's room. Why were you at the hotel? Glupor staying at hotel. Glupor not very rich. Hotel much too rich for Glupor to live at. But Glupor saved for weeks and have enough to stay here. Using Glupor's chance to live better for a while. What about Ilasa's? What did you see? Glupor not see murder. Oh no, Glupor didn't see Republic guy. The cripple. Sunry his name. Glupor thinks Glupor sees Sunry running away from scene of crime. Glupor sees nothing else. Nothing else at all, especially not in Sith Lady's room. What about Ilasa's room? Glupor just curious to see what had happened. Glupor had no reason to go into room. No one paid Glupor to do it. Did someone pay you to do something in that room, Glupor? How you know someone paid Glupor? Well, Sith Man came up to Glupor after murder before Selkath arrived. He said he'd give Glupor good money if Glupor put metal into Sith's hand. Glupor good. Glupor plant evidence and leave no trace. But Glupor not recognize Sith Man anyway. Glupor not recognize humans very well. No use to Selkath, so not bother to tell them. Well, that and the Sith Man may say he killed Glupor if Glupor speaks. Oh no. Glupor think he can't talk no more right now. Glupor feels like he needs to lie down. Maybe just stay here. So Glupor confessed that the Sith made him plant the metal as evidence against Sunry after the murder occurred. It would seem that the Sith are indeed trying to point the blame at Sunry. So what do you know? They're actually trying to frame him. Way to go, Sith. Bravo! Bravo! Ugh. Ooh, my Footlocker. 100 credits, really?
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
Hey! What? Look, I am an Arbiter. Get used to it. What do you know about Sunry and Ilasa?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Ilasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
You mean Sunry was having a relationship, Ilasa roomed here often?
Yes, she rented a room every week or so. Coincidentally, it was right about the same time that Sunry would show up. They didn't seem all that discreet either.
You mean Sunry was having a relationship with Ilasa?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
What did you see the night of the murder?
I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Elas's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty.
Okay, I have nothing more for now.
Yes, well, I'll be right here.
What do you know? So, Elora professes Sunry's innocence. She claims that this is some sort of frame-up by someone who wants to get revenge on him. Sunry was an old war hero against the Sith, so they might harbor him ill. I have heard the rumors that Sunry may have been cheating on his wife. Perhaps I should ask Elora about this. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask why and how and what happened. I need...
You, Jedi. I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elasa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so, kinda?
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
Why should I believe you?
Because you have no one else to trust. Not Sunry, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges. And if you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
I don't know. Why would that mysterious man tell me? Look, I'm gonna go talk to Sunry's wife, okay? So please, I don't know, what was that about? Oh, jeez. It seems I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. But before I do end this video, all I have to do is to talk to Sunry's wife if there's anything, one thing that's in specific terms. I know Elora's gonna hate me for talking into this of some sort, but she has to know. Or what if? Okay, come on. Of course, this has nothing to do with a relationship with having affairs. It's something to do with on a mission. So I'm guessing, you know, trying to be trying to do a DA, more like district attorney. How do I make Harvey Dent proud? Oh boy. Okay. Elora.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's...
Let's see. Was Sunry having an affair?
What? Don't insult us both. Sundry's...
Now, Elora. We're not here to pass judgment, my dear. We do need to know everything if we're here to help, yes?
Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just dropped me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it.
Really?
Maybe the Sith woman attacked him and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold.
I know, he's not that kind. He is a soldier, though.
That was a long time ago. In a war, far, far away. He's changed now. Settled down. Just please, prove his innocence.
I'll save him.
Find the real evidence.
Oh boy, even though I failed to persuade her, but she knows.
Jolie, coming to...
Soon, old friend.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing.
Yep. Let's see. There are a few things we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask.
Okay. So, I'm guessing there was a Rodian who planted evidence at the murder scene.
A Rodian? I didn't know there were any Rodians on Manaan. Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rodians on Manaan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith
Perhaps
conspiracy
it's
keeps
true.
getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask.
Okay, I mean, let me ask. Were you and Ilasa having an affair? Because I know you can't hide that one.
No, what this must look like, yes. Yes, we were having an affair. I know it was wrong, but I'm a weak man. Alasa was beautiful and young. How was I to resist her charms? But I didn't kill her. I loved her. Please, I know I made a terrible mistake getting involved with Alasa, but I was going there to break it off with her. I did it, but found out later that she was dead. I don't deserve to go to jail just for having an affair, do I? You have to help me prove that I wasn't the killer.
Okay, I know. All right. Let's go over the evidence.
Well, I can tell you what. I found out later she'd been murdered when the... Let's look
yeah,
at the facts
all
they've
that facts.
Alasa was my war injury.
Okay, I know I've read everything, all that.
Obviously,
so yeah.
I hope you can see how... Anything else I can...
So, I'll be going now.
Very well. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial...
Definitely. And enough evidence. So Sunry has admitted that he was having an affair with Ilasa, but that he was going to end it. He said he truly loved and never would have harmed her. And I do believe we are going to stop here for the time being, and don't worry, we're going to continue to pick up from where we left off from the storyline. And thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And tell me, what do you guys think of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic? Whether it's loved or hated by viewers, and still your former Sith Lord. So for anyways, this is Leo Wolverine saying and speaking as always, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. And once again, may the Force be with you.